Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, friends. Welcome back to season 2 of Goon Files, episode 2. I am so happy that everything has gone according to plan. Can you hear us out there in chat land? There's no echoes. Everybody's coming through clearly. Oh, I feel it in my loins.
We in the money.
Good.
I feel good tonight. I got a good feeling tonight, Nettie. I think we own it.
I think we got it. By God, Teddy, I think we got it, Teddy.
Oh, shit, we are off to the rodeo.
She-Ute. Something that
She-Ute.
Trevor has brought She-Ute into his regular everyday life from Teddy.
That's
Oh,
great.
love that.
She-Ute. Oh, Ned.
She-Ute.
Ned, are we recording?
We sure are. We're not going to make that mistake twice.
I like She-Ute.
So I'd like to start the episode off today by asking y'all, what is your favorite courtroom drama? Considering as though we just finished a courtroom drama, what is everybody's favorite, Your Honor, I object. Throwing witnesses out and whatnot. And
It is so wild that today, my Monday's job is that I'm in the Wilma Hot House Acting Company in Philadelphia, and we like workshop new work and read plays and stuff. We were workshopping a devised piece today about jury duty. So we were playing out these courtroom scenarios, and I was just like it's following me.
flashbacking. Yeah.
It's following me. Some of my favorite courtroom dramas is I obviously I love Law and Order SVU.
Oh yeah.
Love as a procedural, my favorite. I also love the movie My Cousin Vinny.
That was going to be mine.
I was just thinking today how My Cousin
Callahan
Vinny
said that in the chat. Yeah.
That was going to be mine.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I will finish with something that doesn't seem like a courtroom drama when you set out to watch it, but it totally is, and is totally worth it for the courtroom drama aspect. And I was just thinking about it a lot today, is The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, that's some good courtroom.
There's a
horror
lot.
approach. Okay,
It's a horror
yeah.
approach, but there's a decent chunk that is courtroom procedural, and it's great for that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say My Cousin Vinny. It came up. A clip of it came up on TikTok for me today. It's too funny. But I was also neither of these answers are dramas. But Liar Liar is one of my favorite courtroom
That's fun.
movies because that movie slaps.
That is a great movie. We get it in the chat. We've got
12
Vinny,
Angry Men.
We got A Few Good Men, 12 Angry Men.
Oh, they took mine. I was going to say A Few Good Men. Oh.
That was one
the
of
men
my
are
first
represented.
ones.
Yes. Oh.
Legally Blonde. Teacup says Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde's a great one.
Devil's Advocate. That's another good one. Wow. The chat coming through. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Legally Blonde is one of the greatest sins that The Office, which is me and Trevor's all-time one of our favorite shows. One of the worst sins that it commits is that Jim makes fun of Pam for liking Legally Blonde.
I don't get it. It's a great
It's
movie.
not acceptable because Legally Blonde is a great movie.
It's just a really good movie.
Get over yourself. That's all.
Philadelphia is if we're doing dramas, specifically, I think I have to do Philadelphia.
Oh, that's a classic.
That's a good fucking movie, dude. I tell you.
Tyler, what about you, buddy?
I think we hit all mine. The best I could think of are A Few Good Men. But yeah, I normally do like the more like murder stuff, like
Yeah.
not the or murder mystery, not the courtroom. So they like figure out
Who
how
done
the
it?
people got killed,
Catching
and
the
then
bad guys, not put
they
it like
give all
Joe
the
Kenda.
information to other people. Yeah. My boy Joe Kenda, like he gets brought in as an expert
my boy,
witness,
Joe
but
Kenda.
Joe Kenda's not putting together the case. You know what I mean? Well, he's kind of putting, you know what I mean?
He's breaking all the rules. That's
Yeah.
the
My.
problem.
Freaking love Joe Kenda.
Go ahead, Ty.
I was just gonna ramble on about some other nonsensical stuff. So, like Criminal Minds, that like randomly will show you some courtroom stuff. But yeah. I like everything everyone said, so I agree with the chat.
Did anybody say To Kill a Mockingbird? That's like the most famous
Yes.
one.
Somebody
good.
did say it. Yeah.
Yeah, Webbed Thespian says
There
does
you go.
To
There
Kill
you
a
go. There you
Mockingbird
go.
count?
That's like the best one.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen Philadelphia, and the chat is highly recommending it. I've got.
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
seen it.
it's so good,
Oh,
Campbell.
it's awesome.
Oh, heartbreaking and so good. There is a movie that Paul Newman was in. It's a really old one, but I can't think of the name of it to save my life, but he plays like an alcoholic attorney. And he's like fighting with his demons while also like he's like on his last case that they're gonna give him before they disbar him. And he's like really trying to do it, and it's a losing case, but he's gonna take it anyway. God, I studied it in film class.
And he gives it all up to start his own line of salad dressings.
That's right. It's like you know the plot.
It's like I thought. It's like you know the salad dressing.
I think it's the verdict. I think that might be it.
RV in Cloud. Yes, the question is, what's your favorite courtroom drama procedural situation?
Yes. Yeah, so we had quite a courtroom drama this on episode 1.
We sure did.
The drama being the internet shitting itself, and
and then 9 people going to prison. And then first the internet, and now Prinkles. No.
Yeah.
And then 9 innocent people going to jail.
Yeah, so it's interesting because the difficulty with Delta Green and even Call of Cthulhu, right, is, but more so with Delta Green, is the modern day ramifications that come with the troubles that your agents face. And one of the things that Delta Green makes so crystal clear, is that every single thing that you do has a reaction. There is a reaction, and especially in the 21st century, even sending a text has ramifications. The text message going from your phone to somebody else's, it hitting 3 different cell towers. I mean, all of those things come into effect in Delta Green. Whereas some things fall by the wayside in a high fantasy world. Daphne's character was faced with an impossible situation last time. And me and Campbell have been talking. We've been talking about, what's coming next for Daphne, and I think we are all in for a good show when Daphne gets back in the
Ned,
the saddle.
After our last phone call, in which Ned was like, "Don't tell the other agents," and then he told me something. My imagination exploded. I always have a note open on my phone that's just Winnie ideas. And whenever Winnie has an idea, including like, get Drogar to tell me a bedtime story, like do this thing for Pasha, after our phone call, a Daphne ideas note was begun, and my imagination exploded. And now I'm going to have to make some choices. I had so many ideas that I don't know what to pick.
Well, it's a game all about imagination, so I think you're in a good spot, Pip.
That's good. Hey, Sierra Berry. Welcome.
Hey, Sierra Berry. Welcome. Well, we are we're about to jump into quite a humdinger, as I like to say. Webbed Thespian hit us with a hydration check. Thank you, Webbed Thespian. To you. Joke's on you. This is straight tequila. Oh. For those of you new joining us, you might be asking yourself, what is Delta Green about? And so I give you the answer to that question, which is what it isn't. And Delta Green is not about guns. Delta Green is not about a bug hunt. Delta Green is not about understanding. What Delta Green is about is the end. The end of everything. Your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. It's about the end of everything and your place in it. Because you'll end too. That's what the fear is about. That's what this game is about. It's not about winning, and it's not about advancement. And it's not about the best weapon or the most clever plan. Delta Green is about the end of everything and how much of it you'll live to see. Welcome. I'm Ned Iannacone, and I'll be your handler for Season 2, Episode 2 of Operation Frostbite. Teddy.
Should we do,
find
we
you-
do this every time? Should we do sponsorship corner first?
Oh, shit.
We do it
That's
every
right.
time.
God
We do it every time.
Yes. All right. You can get. Well, we will get back in the groove. We will get back in the groove. But if
Dude,
you
I get so carried away,
I
goddammit.
He's
know,
so
I
excited.
know.
He gets so
Ah!
excited.
just kick it to me once in the intro, and I will do content warning corner and giveaway corner.
Pause for edit. Campbell, why don't you tell our listeners and our watchers what who's sponsoring us and what they might have a chance to win tonight?
Well, well, well. We are brought to you as ever by our fabulous sponsor, Modern Artifice, who is also they just that's all. They're just the bomb. I keep on listening to what y'all recorded at PAX and hearing Giuseppe from Modern Artifice come on for a second and say hi. I was like, oh, they're the best.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
They're
Yeah.
the bomb.
they
Uh,
really are. They're
and
really
our-
so nice.
Our giveaway this week, much like our giveaway last week, will include our first ever Goon Files sticker pack, which if Ned, do you want to show that off? Because you got them, because you came to my house and you took them.
Hold!
Run, Ned! Run! In the meantime, while he is running, you will, so like last week, you will receive the Goon Files sticker pack. Also, this right here. You see that?
Have you
Best pin of
seen
all
him?
time.
Have you
If
seen our
anyone has
boy?
seen him, please let us know. As well as, and Ned, I don't even know what color or size we have, but we have a Goon Names shirt.
Oh God, it's going too fast.
There they are.
There's
1, 2,
the
3.
stickies.
The Goon Files, the Make It Mundane sticker. There's the Salutations Denizen of the Dance Club sticker. And then there is the Wintry Goon Files Season 2 sticker. You will also receive the Where's Pasha pen and this shirt, which Ned is about to show us.
Tonight
Ned-
we have a nice, cozy sleeping shirt. It's big. It's extra big for you. Oh, and it's cozy because they're so soft.
What color is that, Ned?
Bright
Is that a
red.
Nice. So we've got a red XL Goon shirt. All of that can be yours if you hang out until the mid-show break, at which time I will have come up with something clever for you to comment on our most recent Instagram post, which today is the post with the Polaroids of all of the characters with Policy of Truth by Depeche Mode started playing. It's the picture. It's the Instagram post with all of our Polaroid pictures with character art by Actually Anne. Shout out to Actually Anne. So we will ask you to post, comment something on that most recent Instagram post for a chance to win tonight's giveaway, and then I'll roll for it. Okay, back. Content warning corner. This is a grown-up improvised spooky adventure. Already last episode, shit was getting dark, and now we're introducing the boys, and they both have guns. So.
I have a crossbow.
Do what you need to do. Take care of yourself. Okay, now back to you, Ned.
That was gold. I got nothing more to add. Although you said Depeche Mode like it was a problem, and I feel personally attacked.
It's not. Oh, it's not. Only that it was playing right now.
Oh, thank you, Garrett Greenland. That's a good reminder. I have an inspiration for this week, and you still have a disadvantage, Ned, from last time.
Thank you.
Shit! All right, well, I'll just have to work extra hard to kill you guys. Cut to. We see the concrete floor of... Well, we just see a concrete floor. And it slowly pans up to a 1989 Dolly Parton poster on a concrete wall. We hear 9 to 5 on an old record player playing at full decibel. And then, Trevor, what do we see?
A big door swings open, and there's not and Teddy walks out with just a towel around his waist, walking out of the room with the chemical shower that he has set up in there. So just a towel, still the cowboy hat, but he walks out singing along with the song. Now 9 to 5, think I know the words by now. Yeah.
And we see shelves of canned food and fresh carrots and vegetables that are presumably grown outside, and there is an entire pallet of canned peaches. And they don't have a label on them or anything, but there's just a big old peach drawn on the side of the pallet.
Yeah, and next to the peaches, there's a long trough with heads of cabbage being grown under a UV lamp.
Nice. And just Trevor, walk us through a day in Teddy's life in the bunker.
Oh, well, it's a lot of responsibilities taking care of a bunker. She's got a real ass on her, but I'll make it work, So, first thing you got to do is when you wake up in the morning, is you got to make sure you got to undo all the locks so you can go about the place. And that usually takes about 20 minutes before the whole place is, open air. Sometimes I can't even get it. So once the locks is open, then usually I'll just go about my business. I'll go out into the forest and do my park rangering duties. By that, I mean, look for bear scat, make sure they're all eating what they should. Looking for turkeys, making sure they don't have antennae coming out of them and have been replaced by drones by the government. I got to make sure all my turkeys are still turkeys, right? And then what I do is once I'm all dirty, covered from all the turkey feathers and the excrement, because man, turkeys don't like it when you try to check for an antenna in there, but I tell you what. But anyway, so then I come home and I take a shower, and that's where you find me now.
The camera pans from Teddy dancing to 9 to 5 to the shower, and we just see feathers and a pile of shit and leaves and acorns. And his shoes. He literally just walked in and his clothes are in there and everything.
Naturally.
Teddy, you walk out of the shower and 9 to 5 is playing and you're in a great mood. And you look over to the table and you see a bunch of maps and letters. And these are the things that you've collected that hopefully might lead you to your uncle.
My Uncle Woody.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Great, that's perfect. Yeah, so then usually once I'm done in the shower, I'll go and look at the map wall for a few hours, see if anything comes to mind. It doesn't usually. Sometimes it helps if I inhale paint.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I said
Teddy!
I
don't have any of that today.
Good thing you got that content warning out of the way. It's not a spot hidden. I'm sorry. It's a search roll, Teddy. Search.
Search roll, you see. Okay. Great, starting off strong. 87 over 60.
You're looking at everything, Teddy, and the maps. You recognize them as a park ranger. You know that they're park maps. They're like they're wildlife maps. They're like right out of an atlas. If you were to have like a road atlas in your car where you could unfold certain things, you'd be able to see the topography. And there's a lot of markings on a bunch of different ones, but you really can't pinpoint right now which one is. You can't really pinpoint if like one was left for you in particular.
And it's lost on me.
Yeah, it all just looks like the ramblings of a madman. But you know that your uncle was highly intelligent and taught you everything that you knew. Do you have
Which makes
anything in
me highly
archaeology?
intelligent.
Do you have anything in archaeology or anthropology?
I surely do not.
All right. So what does the end of your night look like? How do you wind down?
How does Teddy wind down? Well, I think he puts on he'll flip on at the end of his day after all of his duties are completed. He'll flip on his old little CRTV and pop in a VHS, one of the like 4 he has that probably remain. We'll obviously 9 to 5 is obviously 9 to 5 is one. Liar.
Gotta Google when Liar.
Bridge to Terabithia and
That movie was not out.
Oh, no, I know it's the one. It's the one. It's the home movie he made of the book in his backyard. But anyway,
that's sad.
He liked falling off the log.
Web Thespian says it's a Bill Nye special.
That's it. Oh no, that's it. Yeah, it's definitely got to be one of the old Eyewitness VHSs. That's why that shit was a bop. You all know. Sound off in the chat. Y'all know we know the Eyewitness theme song. It's hot.
Absolutely.
But
that thing slaps.
But yeah, he sits down, fusses with the radio, with the antenna for a little while, and then just kind of cozies up with a nice mug. Pours himself a nice hot mug of Tiger Bomb tea, and gets ready for the evening after a busy day.
Tiger Bomb tea.
Of arranging.
Do you have like a CR radio? Do you have like a what are they called? The
yeah, we got a radio. Sure. Yeah. When Teddy was still a kid, it was the only thing that could reach into the bunker from outside. So so that's how his uncle would contact him when he was outside of the bunker and send Teddy messages. It's like one of those old big like World War II ones that you gotta like put the whole headset on.
Yeah.
In
fact, I would guarantee that it's from a war of some type. I would probably say it's from Vietnam. That's probably like the most recent one that would be available to you in like, older stuff.
Yeah, giddy up.
So as you are like winding down and the VHS tape starts playing, suddenly there's static that starts coming from the radio.
Huh?
But you didn't turn. It's usually off.
What is this thing shorting out again? I walk over and give it a couple of bop, bang it on the top a few times. This thing shit crook happen out on me again. Come on, hold on there, Bessie. We got more life in you yet. I just lost your warranty slip. God damn it!
The static stops, and you go back to watching your.
They should call me Teddy the Tech Whiz.
Except then it starts again.
Oh, God damn
it. And as it starts this time, I need you to give me a God damn it. Where is it? I need you to give me a Give me another search, but do it with your ears.
Okay, I'll do it with my earballs this time. Here
Like-
we go. Giddy up.
I'm like looking for listen, and there's no listen roll here, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
Okay, that is okay. That is a 16 under 60.
Teddy, it was static the first time, but this time you could swear that you hear. You could swear that you can hear a voice coming from it saying something.
Oh,
What do you do?
Either I've been sniffing too much paint or something weird's about to happen. Okay. And I go over and I like start fiddling with the dials to try and see if I can get the voice to come in more clearly.
Great. Do you I'm not going to ask you for a roll. This is something that you have in your home and you're pretty good with it. So you start fussing with it. You start moving the dials around and you start making things sound a little clearer. And as you do,
Sammy, is that you? There's something wrong with the peaches?
Force. Niner. Iron.
9 iron.
8.
Somebody golfing?
2.
Tell me more.
5. Niner. 8. 2. 5. Over.
Niner 825. Oh shit! I didn't get that last part. Can you repeat it, please?
And then and then it cuts out.
Niner 825. Niner 825. What could that mean? Hell. Do I have? Are there like log books that like give code like radio codes and stuff that like within the bunker? Are there volumes of like radio codes that I can?
Oh, there sure fucking is.
Hell,
Teddy.
shit, yeah. I go and I start like leafing through all these books. There's like
Shout
this
out
huge.
to the chat who's got you, Teddy, in case you missed any of those numbers.
Shout out to
Oh,
the chat.
there's a lot more than I saw the first time. Oh no!
A little voice whispers in your head. It's web
little
thespian and Abster Pointo.
Woo-wee! Four. I thought he was talking about golf clubs. Shoot. 4.
Sierra Berry says the voice sighs heavily and leans back in towards the mic and goes, "Okay, do you have a piece of paper? Okay, it's Niner 8 2.
4.
You gotta tell me when you're ready.
8
Tell me when you're ready.
2 9825.
Teddy,
8.
give me a give me a. Do you have any sort of like mechanical engineering or anything like that? Any skills in like computer science or military science or anything like that?
I have a bird whistle. No, I don't think I
He
do.
has a bird whistle, he says.
I don't think I do. No, I'm mostly yeah, no, I don't have any of those things. Probably
All right, so
closest-
the first thing I need from you is a search roll for you looking for these these books on computer code, radio code and transmission code. And then the second thing that I need from you is take a roll of 20% and try to get a computer science roll.
20% and try
Teddy
to get
and a
computer science.
computer science roll.
Here I go. Well, oh no, okay, all right. Well, the search is a success because I got well, I don't remember what it was, but I did get a success. But the computer science is a no-go. That is a 87 over 20.
Inspiration you got, remember, if you want.
Oh,
You want to try and roll it again?
I'm blowing it. I'm spending it. Here we go.
Abster Pointo says, "Channel Diana, Teddy."
I go. She's with me now. I was like,
You
did.
Thank you,
Thing
chat.
Diana said that one time about burning phones and oh shit, I don't remember. Oh wait, I know. Yeah, and I get a 16 under 20.
Wow! Thank you, Diana.
What was that thing Diana told me once?
All right, burn that inspo.
I'm pretty sure it was "Don't touch that," but that doesn't seem helpful in this situation.
That's
so
probably
maybe
what
I'm thinking
Diana said.
something else.
Teddy, get your hands off that.
No, that's it. What was it?
Jeez.
That's it. It's like, what was it Diana told me once about computers? And it was like, and it's just Diana saying, "Don't touch that."
Oh my gosh.
And I
cute.
was like about to like, Control Alt Delete or something, and then okay, and I got the right one.
Teddy. You find a book on old radio code, on old like Air Force code is what you have accessible. And you start going through it and you start flipping through the pages and you're looking at the codes and you're looking at the numbers and you're looking at it 498298255. And you get to a page that is an old training ground in the Appalachian Mountains that was used for these exercises. And the numbers that you are hearing are the coordinates for this test site.
Oh, well, I'm in the Appalachians. It can't be that far unless, it's in the rest of the Appalachian Mountains. Great. Can I get an atlas and try and find these coordinates on a map?
Sure. Give me a willpower roll.
Willpower, you say? Willpower, you say? So that's where I do
find an atlas to better understand what you're hearing.
That's where I do it by 5, right?
Yep.
And I'm just trying to get under. So what's 16 times 5? Someone help me out.
Abster Pointo says, "Nope. I hear those mountains. It's a straight up hell no. If you heard it, no, you don't."
I like the girl on the internet now who's from Appalachia who tells you about all the spooky shit in the woods, and that's what I heard. If you hear something in the woods, no, you didn't.
They're deceptively dangerous, the Appalachians. Like, they're not as tall or as like big or grand as a lot of the other ranges in America, but more people go missing in the Appalachians than the Rockies or Sierra Nevadas or anywhere else, I think.
Well, if you've seen Deliverance,
anyway. I'll tell you what. Oh, I my cousin was in that movie.
Hey, Nedley.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit some background tunes while Teddy investigates?
You know what? That's a great idea. That I think we will.
They're very old. The Appalachian Mountains. They're older than dinosaurs are.
All right, chat. We're setting spooky tune levels.
As I start my research montage.
Bring it down.
Better.
One notch more down.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. All right, I got a 27 under. What was I going for? 80 for a will.
Teddy, you feel the sudden urge. You feel this real sudden urge to go back over to the radio. And you beat it back, but it's still very, very... It's still calling you. You're able to have control of your own functions.
Well, I'll tell you.
There's something going on with that radio.
I'll tell you what. All right, okay, do I find the atlas? Can I try and find those coordinates?
Yep. So you find those coordinates, and they are in the Appalachians that are relatively close to you in West Virginia. They are not up in the northern part of it near New York or in going up the north. They're in the southern region.
Mm-hmm.
And And these were coordinates that were used during Vietnam. They were training coordinates. However, give me another search roll to get deeper into like the meaning behind this actual code.
Well, now that's strange. Vietnam isn't in America, I don't think. Oh, I got 2. That's weird. Okay. I got a 48 under 60.
Teddy, you know that this code means Mayday, Mayday.
Mayday. Mayday.
Mayday. We're going down. Mayday.
Mayday. It's a clue. My uncle. He must be in trouble. Oh no! I gotta sit. Well, I gotta get to him right away. I turned back to the radio. Was that it, Uncle? You in trouble? Say something to me. I'll come find you.
Teddy, what's your power?
Ooh.
I'm powerful. It is 16.
Haster
Okay,
says,
so-
Mayday, but it's February.
In my brain.
Ah!
In my brain was the joke. But what month is it? And I thought it was stupid. I should
Everybody
never
take
do that
3
to
points
myself.
of sanity damage. Teddy, so you have a very high power, so I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Yeah, dude.
But as you start to ask questions for your uncle, you hear the radio starts to static again.
I go back over. And I pick up like the, it's like the microphone on the stand with the button on the base, right? So I go over and I pick it up and I press down on the button and it's like, whoever's out there, if that's you, Uncle, or Mothman, or Jack Portman, or Harry Jack, or whoever else lurks out on them radio waves. I frankly don't much understand the technology, but that's neither here nor there. If you're trying to tell me something, I want to help you, but you gotta ring loud and true like the American anthem. Now tell me, what is it Teddy can do for you?
Four, nine, 8, 9, 2, 9, 8, 2, 5.
Diana, is that you? Speak to me, Diana.
And as you
Oh, God.
listen and you hear Diana's voice coming through the radio call, give me a sanity roll.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's not. It's 97. Over. Where is our sanity recovered from the last campaign at all?
Yours did because
Teddy,
you
for
recovered
those of you who
sanity.
That's right.
you're gonna do me a favor, Teddy. Give me a roll a d4 plus 1 real quick.
Okay, I got a 1, so 2.
Thank you for reminding me because we did not settle that.
So I got a 1 plus 1 is 2.
Cool. So take 2 sanity back from being, for those of you who haven't listened to Operation Fulminate. What are you doing? Go listen to Operation Fulminate. No,
It's fun.
For those of you who haven't listened, when Teddy stepped out into Yosemite National Park, I gave him a D4 of sanity back because I think I gave you 3.
I
I'm
think you did
pretty
too.
sure I gave you a solid
I'm
3.
gonna take that. But in
Take
any
3.
event, I rolled a 97, which is over my current sanity of 64.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
bad, right?
I need you to roll me a d4 now.
Eh.
And also, I need you to show me what this does to Teddy. How it
Yeah.
like
Big time. I got another 1. So do I lose?
great. So you take
I lose.
1 point of sanity damage.
Well, it's so funny because we were just listening to this. We listened to the episode where Teddy smashed Diana's laptop on the car ride home from Massachusetts the beginning of last week. So I think like that's what comes to mind, right? Is that instance where like she was slipping into this trance and he like couldn't rouse her, and now here he is again trying to speak to her again. So I think he picks up the radio and just smashes it.
Wow.
Against the ground.
Oh my gosh. Teddy.
Great. Give me a strength roll, because I'm not saying that you can't do it, but those are solid fucking radio things, and
I'll do it. Okay, great. That's a so this is what? Strength?
yep,
Yeah, okay, so I got a 28 under 80.
great. You hurl this thing,
Ah!
and it goes flying into one of the concrete walls, and it just you hear like the crunching as the radio like hits it and falls down, and it kind of smokes a little bit, like, you know, like something shorted when it hit that.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to me. Stop fucking with Diana. No. Ow, fuck! I rush over to the liquor cabinet and I pull some whiskey out of it and I throw it over at the radio. And then I go over and I get a lighter and some body spray and just fuck you!
Hazzy, clip that.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh my god. Great. Give me an arson roll. Yeah, no. Give me. Yeah, I don't even. Give me a demolitions roll. You're creating a flammable, a improvised flamethrower right now.
All right,
Be a shame if anything
I don't
backfires.
have anything in that. Is that just 20 then, trying to get under?
You know what? It's a pretty fucking spur of the moment thing. I'll give you a plus 10 to it. So 30. You got to get under 30. 30% chance that you do this great.
Nope, I got a 93.
Oh no!
All right, so oh, who received disadvantage?
Oh my god.
The
Sierra Berry.
betrayal. Well, I already
Go ahead, roll again,
already
buddy.
failed. I'll do that. I'll do the disadvantage on the next one because I already failed this one. So
Oh, thank you, Garrett, for clipping.
Great.
so I told the body spray backwards and it. Ah, fuck!
Yeah, I think at first I think that's how it turns, because I like the storytelling that you're doing here. But yeah, you are blinded for the next like minute and a half as you turn the axe backward by accident, go to turn the flamethrower on, and it shoots directly into your eyeballs, and you're just like, oh god damn it!
God damn it, Diana! I got myself, Diana! Fuck! Ah!
As we see him in his robe just kind of like tripping into the other room and standing back up, and like it's dark but it's funny at the same time.
Oh no, I have to go.
It's
I have to
incredible.
go back to the chemical shower. And
Yes.
Like, ah!
And Teddy, you can just hear, even from the shower, it's almost like it's getting louder. Just
4, 9, 8, 9.
You want to try again?
I go. All right, this time. All right, I'll go back over to the radio. I'll pick up the little doodad that's now covered in whiskey, and start speaking back into it. All right, you listen to me. If Diana, if that is you out there, don't you worry. I'm coming and I'll wrestle you back from whatever grave you fell in. I promise. And if you're not Diana, Dolly, have mercy! I will stick my foot so far up your ass, I'm gonna stub my toe on your molars. And then he just like starts to go. He just like starts to like gather his things and get ready to go. And I'm gonna go try and find those coordinates.
Great. Cut to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Campbell.
What?
Daphne, we
Isn't acting yet. What?
we cut into, well, you tell me. We cut into your apartment, but it is not resembling anything of what your apartment was. You care to elaborate?
It seems that she has gone through a bit of her. So season 1, she mentioned that she had this really nice cabinet of wine, but that she was being really careful because there's a history of alcoholism in her family. Like, her father, who we met last episode, really struggled with it, and it fucked her family up. And in the days that have followed, that cabinet has dwindled a little bit. There's like wine-stained cups sitting out on her white kitchen counters, and her bed is unmade. And if the camera is kind of drifting through her apartment, picking all of this up, it finds her just like in late afternoon, curled up on the couch, watching the first season of The X-Files. Which chat just told me the first season was out.
Amazing. So you've got it on like VHS, like it came in a box set.
Sure. And she's like curled up under a throw blanket, like something totally uncozy and totally decorative. She's like curled up on this like leather couch, really small in the corner, just watching X-Files.
You look outside and it's relatively like rainy. It's not a great day. But you keep running into this. You keep going through these motions every day. You're like,
yeah, you see her now as this sweet music plays, you see like that moment, and then you see that maybe the tape runs out and she just sits there looking at the black screen for a while, looking at the static. And then you see her the next morning, like her pumps on the floor as she's walking back in through the office, and she walks into the bullpen and it erupts into applause.
yeah, great.
Hell yeah.
As this music kind of fades out, and we see her sitting at her desk, and on her desk is a bottle of whiskey and like a plaque and like a new badge, you know, that has like a higher rank on it. And they move you to like a nice side office, so you're not like in the cubicles anymore. You have your own room with a door and windows looking out over oh God, my curse this Swiss cheese brain of mine. Where is it? Where's FBI located in
Langley.
Langley, thank you.
Right?
Langley.
Or is that CIA?
What is
No.
located in Langley?
The FBI headquarters is
On
Langley,
Arch Street.
Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant the Philly field office.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the Philly field office. I've been watching too much of Mindhunters. Yes.
The Philly field office is on Arch Street.
Right. So you can like oversee Arch Street, and you see like 90s cars like driving by, but you're not looking at other people's heads. You're not looking at the top of heads anymore. And you see a young man come into your office, an agent, but he addresses you as his senior. Miss Crook, here's the files that you asked for on the Munson case. I dog-eared all the pages where the bite marks were found on the right side as opposed to the left side, and yeah, just let me know if you need anything else.
Sure. Do you know, did they ever figure out the blood droplets that were on the floor in there? Was that spatter or did that come off of the knife when he was walking away?
Um, and you see like he's unprepared. You know immediately that this kid is like he's almost in awe of you. He is like kind of shocked that you would ask such high caliber questions. And it's a sign that things are changing around here. Yeah.
And I'll like I'll brush my suit jacket back and put my hand on my hip so my gun is exposed. And I'll flip the folder open and push some photos out of it. And I'll say, "You see that right there?
Yes, Agent Crook.
See how that blood droplet, do you see that, how that's just sitting right perfect on the floor like a little dome? See that?
Yeah.
That spatter, that drop off of his knife as he was leaving the scene."
Oh my God, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right. And I'll flip it shut.
Right. Do you need anything else?
It's going to my head.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is.
We're creating a monster.
Okay, so I'll go with that then. So she flips it shut. Do you need anything else? For a second, her eye just drifts over to her empty coffee cup, and then she says, "No, thanks, Agent."
He looks over at the coffee cup. As he's walking out, you could swear that he's like, was it 2 sugars or 2 creams? As he's
There you
like heading out the door.
He made the humint.
That's his humment.
That's his humint.
We cut to David. David, set the scene for us, because you're the last episode that we saw of David. You were at home, and you had the note framed in your basement or like your den, like whatever your man cave is, so to speak. Talk a little bit about bring us back to that moment in time, if you can, for the watchers and the listeners. Your ode to
Yeah. Remind me of what time of year it is again.
Yeah, we'll say that it's we'll say that at this point, at the end of season 1, we were in what, February?
Yeah, it was because I remember I
Yeah.
jumped into the Delaware and it was freezing. So yeah, it
Right.
was-
I in my imagination, Ned, because we were kind of we started in like January, February last time. I just assumed that the Eddystone 9 trial was actually on February 19th last
Great.
week.
Perfect.
When we started.
Perfect. So David, we'll say that now is like you're coming near the end of February.
So like
So
it is now.
It's cold, but that's where you're at.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what sports would be on right now.
Football just ended. Baseball is just starting.
Yeah, so I guess I'm watching like a Phillies like spring training game or something. Like that's on in the background. Even though I'm in Pittsburgh, I pay for the extra package to get the Philly sports channels. And yeah, like you got like the kids running around. Lois, my wife, is kind of like doing her thing. And I'm just kind of sitting back watching some TV. And yeah, in the den you'll see like the frame note from Diana, like drill a hole in my hard drive. And around that you'll see like pictures of other people he served with, some that have passed away, some that have saved his life, trinkets, memorabilia. It's like his man cave / memory room kind of thing.
Yeah. David, as you're watching the baseball game and you look over at Diana's paper that's framed, something is like telling you to go look at it. Can you give me a willpower roll real quick?
Oh boy. Okay.
Does Kay know about this? I'm trying to get in Kay's. Kay!
Hey!
She has no power here now.
I'm just writing in all caps. Do you know about this in the Discord?
She knows nothing.
Oh, see.
What is willpower again?
Whatever your willpower is, it should be.
It's not one of the skills. It's your.
I'm sorry.
Closer to the top.
I'm wrong. Not a willpower. Give me a power roll. Sorry, a power roll.
Okay.
So whatever your power number is times 5 is what you want to try to get.
Okay. Okay.
I'm getting back into the groove of mixing up the two things.
All right, I made it with a 43 under 70.
Nice.
Yeah, so it passes the urge. So I leave it up to you what you want to do, but you had this like sudden urge to go admire it or go like look at it again, and then it passed.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's like sitting there with like his glass of I think right now it's a glass of whiskey. It's so he's got like a couple ice cubes in it. He's chilling.
1 p.m. on a Tuesday, watching the Phillies play.
He's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. So I think like almost as just like a way to, I think he's just following his mind right now. You know what I mean? Like sometimes he gets an itch and he wants to see what it is to clear it. If he's not pushing it off. And I think right now he's got the time. So he just like kind of grabs his cup of whiskey, like stirs it around a little bit and just like looks at the picture and takes a sip and like mutters to himself a little bit like, Diana, shouldn't have been you.
Yeah. And we see this montage, this vignette, if you will, this kind of flashback of the pier in Philly and the shootout that you guys had. And we see David in this natural fucking habitat as he is clearing the rooftop, and he butts with his assault rifle this guy, and he falls 3 stories to his death. And then he's running across the rooftop, and he slides down the rungs of the ladder, and he breaches in, and he takes 2 guys out, and he's moving, and he's a menace, and he's just boom, 1 down, boom, just tactical, precise. Every movement is calculated. He's a machine. And then his retina stops because he's looking at Diana, and there's a person behind Diana. And suddenly her face just comes into your image of that last moment with the Hound of Tindalos and what you all witnessed with her. and how you just lit that thing up for your own life, for your own dear life, how you were like, everybody was just trying to stay alive. And then you
That's
see this.
So there, David, in case
Oh,
for your
David, you got some.
trauma.
You got an inspiration there, bud.
Thank you.
And you, and then like in this kind of vignette ending moment, you just kind of, you feel, oh, Biggs Jasper, hydration check. Thank you, thank you. Ah, that's some crisp water.
H2O.
Do you need more proof?
Yeah. Want to know more? You hear this just cheeky Bronx Latina being like, as you read the note in your head, drill a hole in my hard drive. Ash Diana. David, as you see the note again, there's a period after hard drive. But it looks wonky. It looks like whoever put the period there did like a weird style to the period. Like maybe it's like an old English style period. Like it's not just a dot. It's got like a little like something. Give me a search roll.
Oh boy, I'm using my advantage on this too.
I'm loving this, Ned. I'm loving this shit. I'm surprised.
Okay, that's going to be a 30 under 41, I think I had. Yes.
I just want to be clear. You used your inspiration on that roll?
I did. Okay. I mean, no, I didn't. My fingers were crossed.
I'm leaving it to you. I'll leave it to you. Wait. We'll play it however you want.
I used it. I was too excited that I had an inspiration. I didn't even need it. I just got excited.
That's how I get you, baby. That's how I get you. As you succeed on this search roll, and you look deeper into this finicky kind of looking period, you almost tunnel vision for a second, and you see that the period is indeed not just a period. The period has some interesting notations to it. It's like a circle with like a couple other circles around it. And before you know it, as you look out again, you see that the period is actually surrounded by the yellow sign. I need a sanity roll.
Oh no, and I brought this in my house? God damn it.
Oh no!
Okay.
Ned, don't forget your tunes, your spooky tunes.
Oh, fuck. Right. Hold on. Ah! The tunes, not the spooky tunes.
We're gonna be a well-oiled machine by episode 3.
That's perfect because I forgot to plug my laptop in.
This is one of my favorite spooky tunes.
Okay.
K for finding this one for Operation Fulminate.
Yes, Kay did incredible. Oh, look at all the yellow signs in the chat.
I made us
cool.
some new emojis for this season.
Biggs Jasper says, "Kill it with fire." Teddy had the right idea.
I'm not okay. I gave you my roll, did I not?
That's no good.
59 under 64.
Great. David, you take just one point of sanity damage. you feel like a hole has been created in your chest. Like you feel like an emptiness suddenly as you see this sign. You don't know what it is. You've never seen it before. You're very on edge. You suddenly feel like anxious. You feel like some of the things that you've witnessed like catching up with you. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to call it PTSD because that is an actual condition in this game, and you haven't hit that yet. You haven't you're not suffering from that. But you definitely feel like on edge. It's the same on edge that you feel when you know a threat is near. It's your like military instinct.
Yeah, I put my hand through the wall in the picture. And then I just like
Oh
pull
shit,
out.
give me a strength roll, dude. I want to see this happen.
Okay.
just through the
Yeah.
glass and all.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a 32. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I'm strong.
Yeah, so you put your fist right through the wall and the glass. I'm not going to give you damage because you're a massive muscle, but like it hurts. You break the glass, like you cut your hand a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You put your fist through this wall and you hear the upstairs door close, and like down the steps you hear your wife coming down. She's like, David.
Yeah, so I just like I'll real quick like pull my hand out, like crumble up the note and shove it in my pocket, like sprinkle the glass off my hand, shove the note in my pocket, and then like just walk out of my den and like shut the door behind me. And be like, picture frame, I'll clean it up, or picture fell, I'll clean it up later. And I just like the whole time I'm keeping my hand in my pocket, and then I just like.
What did I
head
just
to
hear
the
though?
garage.
Did you?
Yeah, nah, picture fell. I'll take care of it later.
Give me a.
And it was wife.
Give me a charisma roll. You got to try to bluff your way in front of your wife.
Oh,
Who knows you better than
gee
anybody
whiz.
out there, man?
I have a feeling almost too. I'll say like before this roll, like she knows I'm not telling her the truth, but she also knows. Like I'll tell her when I'm ready to.
Yeah, you guys have an interesting relationship, and I would dare say that it's hard to understand the relationship of somebody who's seen combat and their partner who has not, but is still their rock is still has to be there for everything that comes with that.
Yeah, and I think that's why too. Like we have a very open relationship. I do talk to her about a lot, but she also knows like there are times when there's things I don't want to talk about.
Well, I got bad news for you because Jasper redeemed disadvantage. So whatever you rolled, I'm gonna need you to roll it again.
They
I
want
rolled-
stuff to happen.
Wait, time out. I rolled a 6. Oh wait, I gotta roll the 10s. Big Jasper.
Yeah!
All right.
They want tea tonight. The chat wants the tea.
Oh no.
The chat
no.
wants the tea to be spilled.
Something bad.
Okay. So I went from a 6 to a 76,
Oh.
and I got a 30 for charisma. I'm a killer. I'm not a very charismatic guy.
David. What's wrong? Don't you lie to me. I know that something's wrong.
And I think
Besides, the blood on your hand is seeping through your trousers.
and yeah, he'll like look down at it and
And
he'll
I'm gonna
just
have to
like
clean that up.
Yeah.
he'll look back up and he'll just be like, I not now. I need a minute. And then he'll just turn to walk to the garage.
And she stands there just kind of looking at you with like this look on her face that's like, how many more times am I gonna have to wait for him to be ready? Okay. Fine, David. I'll be in the kitchen when you need it.
Shit, she said a mouthful there.
And she walks into the kitchen. And you see her like reach up, and we the camera pans and we see her and we see her go to like the cabinet and reach behind like one of the coffee mugs, pulls out a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. And while you're walking out the back door, she like steps out the garage door and goes to have a smoke.
Then who's
Now.
watching the children? Damn it!
There's
The oldest
something
one's
rotten in the
19.
state of Denmark.
They're fine. 19, 15, and 12. They're fine.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna take a quick break. We're a little bit over time on the break there. Daphne.
Damn it. What? Oh,
Do we?
shoot.
Campbell, do we want to do the giveaway now? Do we want to do something with the ad while we're
Most certain.
Do what was your?
I'm trying to think of like a courtroom thing to do, like objection.
Yeah.
And then
Do
something
your favorite
crazy.
your favorite
instead
phrase
of,
to say.
I know, I've been so invested in the story.
But it has
okay.
to come before. It has to start with Your Honor, and then whatever followed behind it.
Okay, here's what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting that everybody, you go to our most recent Instagram post at our Instagram at CriticalFailDM. The most recent post is Polaroids of our character art by Actually Anne. Comment on that objection, and then some specific objection about like us experiencing cosmic horrors. I'm like,
Yeah.
objection, but I love him. Objection, he still hasn't seen 9 to 5. Like objection to us receiving cosmic horrors right now.
Save us, chat.
Save us, chat. We need the objection, and you will have the chance to win the 3 sticker pack of Goon Files stickers, the red extra large Goon Names shirt, and also the Where's Pasha pin.
A grab bag for y'all.
A grab bag. Is that it
Don't
for
go
right
nowhere.
now, Nedley? We're
Yep, don't go
outie.
nowhere. We will be right back after this quick break.
Yeehaw.
Welcome back, friends. We are back. We are back from our quick little break. Thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for recovering your sanity as we,
In whatever way you like to do so.
whatever that looks like for you. Campbell,
Shall I give something away?
would you please tell the listeners what they've won?
Woo! Well, I rolled this. I have to shout out again Giuseppe of Modern Artifice, because I rolled this birthday cake die that they gave to me when I couldn't make it to PAX Unplugged, which is just so sweet because it's Winnie's birthday coming up. She got a birthday cake die. And I rolled it, and we have a winner. And that winner, I don't know it has ever, shout out if you've joined us before. The winner is Guillotine Dice.
Whee!
Shout out to Guillotine Dice, and Guillotine Dice says, objection, Your Honor. The spiders told me to do it.
They did. Look.
It's true.
Guillotine Dice, congratulations.
I will
We
be reaching
have-
out to you in the next day or so, and to get your shipping information, and we will get your shirt and your 3 sticker pack and your Pasha pin in the mail for you.
Oh,
Congratulations!
It's Travis.
Oh, is it really?
Travis.
Out!
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
No way! I didn't know that.
Look at you surprising us with your
Heck yeah! Oh, that's great.
secret stuff. How did that fall off?
Dad.
We're back, Dad.
Much action.
Dad.
We're back in business. Take it away, Nedley.
We cut back to Daphne 2 days later from the scene that we saw her before. I am recording. Thank you, Hamster Pointer.
Oh, thank you, hamster.
Catch.
I never stopped recording.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always recording.
I remember distinctly. We always had to remind Kay to be recording. I'm talking about her like she and Diana are both dead, but no,
Yeah.
Kay's around. But like there was one time when we were like, Kay, are you recording? And she's like, you know what? I wasn't. But I'm not going to start now because you told me to. I'm going to start. She hated being told, are you recording? No, and thank you. Whatever.
We all miss you, Kay. We love you. We can't wait till you're back.
Yeah, she's always with us. Daphne,
Yes.
you and I talked on the phone about a swap in one of your conditions that you achieved over season 1.
Oh, yeah.
What I need you to do now is I need you to make me a power roll.
Oh, ah! Ah! Where's my character sheet?
The goons always come prepared. If there's
Always
something
prepared.
you need, if there's one thing to know about the goons, is that we're always
Garrett Greenland goes, hold for edit.
super
Yeah.
prepared.
Okay, power roll, power roll, power roll.
You see what happens when Kay's not here? Everything goes to shit.
We all
We-
fall
We
apart.
forget our character sheets. We forget the giveaway items. We can't connect to the internet.
All right, a power roll.
It's all part of our charm, you know.
So your power times 5.
Okay. Oh God, I'm scared to look because of what that number is. It's bad. It's a critical fail.
Ooh.
My power score is 90,
Yeah.
and I rolled a 44.
Oh dear. Wait, that's good.
But it's
You
passed,
succeeded.
right?
Oh, is that good? Oh, of course!
You succeeded.
Critical success!
Critical success! Oh my God, I got so
Hey.
nervous.
That was a
You
nice
see this-
emotional roller
Thunder.
coaster
You
for you
see the
there.
emotional roller coaster?
coaster. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. We're learning how Delta Green works. Critical
fine.
success.
Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Yes.
How are you? This conversation was getting boring anyway. Look, we gotta have company. So Campbell, Daphne finds herself in this situation where she's like walking to her car from the FBI office, and she passes like a Joe Canals,
What's a joke and owls?
like a liquor store. I was trying to think of a liquor store in Philadelphia that wasn't Total Wine, because Total Wine wasn't there in the 90s.
Wine and spirits.
Yeah. You pass a
There's alcohol there.
cop shop. Yeah. And you dead stop. And Daphne knows that she's stopped there every night this week. And she's had a bottle every night this week. Now, there's only been 2 days in the week so far. Because you succeeded your power roll this time, you don't go in there and buy another bottle. You go to your car.
I think I stopped there. I'm like marching through the parking lot. You just have a good one, and then I realize that I'm kind of walking there automatically at this point.
Yeah.
And then
Muscle
it
memory.
starts to feel like, the first day it was a celebration. The second day it was just like, I'm going through stuff, I need it. This is the third day, and it's like a habit is developing. And I get to the door and reach for the door, and as I reach for it, like in my mind's eye, I see content warning. I reach for the door, and then suddenly I'm a kid, and I'm reaching for the pantry door in my house growing up, to like get a snack, and my hand gets slapped. And when I turn, I'm so small, what I see is just the bottle hanging out of my father's hand. And I take my hand off the door, and I turn around and like staring straight ahead, I just walk right back to my car.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. And you make it to your car and you start driving. When was the last time you checked your cell phone? Would you think?
I think that when I go to work, I throw my well, I don't think I have a cell. Would I have a cell phone? I've had a beeper.
Yeah. But I think
I have a fancy '90s big phone.
You'd have a Nokia brick phone, probably. You
I
know, play
think that
Snake on it every
since
once in a
you
while.
got promoted,
A cool new phone.
I think they gave you a funky looking brick phone.
I think I haven't looked at it in a minute because I don't know how to work it yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, this phone is too big. I kind of put it in my desk drawer and closed it and was like, I'll get to that later. But now, I sit down in the front seat of my car and then I look at it.
Yeah. And you see that there is 3 missed calls from Warren. And like 1 message.
Can I listen to? Can my cool new phone? Can I listen to my voicemail? Or is that still an answering machine situation?
Sure, give me a computer science roll.
All of us having to roll computer science rolls without K.
Let's see if you can figure out your new fancy cell phone.
I have a 0% in computer science.
Great. Try to beat 20.
Try to be 20? Okay. Nah. 43.
Okay. Yeah, you're like trying to figure out the like the voicemail thing, and every time you press the center button it just takes you back to like the home menu, and you're like,
I did fucking voicemail.
How do you push just one of these buttons?
It's too little. Use the phone.
hey, turn this thing on.
Oh boy.
Hello?
And I'll just kind of chuck it into the passenger seat, my phone brick, and you just see like as I start the car, and I'm just gonna start driving in Warren's direction.
Okay.
House call.
You drive and you drive and you drive, and as you're driving, you find yourself driving through the... You find yourself driving toward Washington Ave, and as you're driving toward Washington Ave, you drive through the intersection where you got into the accident.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that.
And as you're driving, you're driving through that intersection, and maybe it's the drinking that you've been doing recently. Maybe it's the fact that you're like kind of suppressing a lot of what you're dealing with. But as you go through that intersection, you have a moment where like you flash to that moment of hearing Teddy in the backseat going, Daphne, Daphne, Daphne! And like the crunch of metal, and you look to your left and we see that like that key image of like a face turning and seeing headlights as like the whiplash and the glass shatters. Give me a drive roll.
Oh, gracious. My life is getting worse. Okay. Very good. What is my drive? All right. That's a 14 under my 52 drive.
Yeah, you have that moment and you see yourself like drifting kind of over the yellow lines.
I think I go to that like middle distance stair place like when you've been driving for a long time and you're just like deep in thought. I think I'm driving and I'm deep in thought, and I hear like honk, and I've kind of drifted into the middle of the intersection at a red light. Like I've started to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a scary place to be. It's like, oh, yeah. And you see like some schmuck like, and then he's like and then he's like, yeah, and then he's like, and like drives onward.
Sorry.
Yeah. my bad. That was me. Yeah. All too recent. So recent.
Yeah, I think in that moment, like when she finally does get the green light and go, it's like that, and she gets this distinct sense that things are getting out of her control.
Gonna mark that down.
There's a fell wind on the air.
Oh, Hare, don't just say things.
Putting bullets in his gun,
Don't
dude.
just say things. Backstory bullets. Backstory bullets. Waiting around the corner.
Here I am thinking, I have bullets in my gun. You're giving me hollow points. I mean, okay. I'm kidding. I kid. Garrett Greenland says, Ned, stop writing.
Ned. Sir.
Yeah, you drive to the place where Warren is, where his house is. And you see him, and he's outside, and he's like letting the water out of the hose because it's finally thawed out. Like the ice is finally kind of frozen out. We're like, even though we're in February, we kind of had like a little hot flash. And so he's getting the water out of the hose while it's melted so that he can turn the pipe off and, pipe doesn't break.
That's good thinking, Warren. That's smart.
But he's out there and he's doing that. And as you pull up, you just are like, man, that boy looks good. You have that feeling that like anybody has when they see their significant other, where they're just like, what do you do?
I'll pull up, and as I get closer to his house, I kind of lean back. And I start like drifting.
Slow Ride by Foghat begins to play on the radio.
I start drifting in because I want to make sure, like, I'm watching him to see if he's talking to someone, to see if there's somebody else in the window. I'm watching to make sure, because I didn't call ahead. I'm watching to make sure that Maria is not home. Is the front door open? Is Joey running around? Like,
yeah.
I'm watching my 6 this time. Okay.
Yeah, give me a search roll.
Switching out these dice.
That's
God
good
damn
thinking.
it.
That's good
You
thinking.
see David behind you in another car, also leaning back.
No, David! No, David!
Sierra Berry, to answer you, the divorce was, I believe the divorce was occurring, that they were like separating during season 1. However, the events that we're talking about now are only a couple days after the end of season 1. So
7. I got the eagle eye for Maria.
Roll for ex-wife, Faster says.
Roll for ex-wife. You roll 7 and you look, and he's just kind of standing out there, and he looks
delicious.
Yeah, and he looks like somebody who isn't bogged down by anything right now.
Oh.
And you know that by the time of day, we'll say that for story purposes, we'll say that you took an early day at the office. It's like 1:30, so his son is still in school.
Get in there, Daphne. Bog him down.
I'll roll up slowly so he doesn't notice, and I'll reach over and I'll roll down the crank window
Nice.
on my car. And I'll lean out and I'll go, "Young man, you got a permit for that?"
Nice.
That's great. That would get me.
Trevor, that would get me. So
That would work on me.
he kind of like, we see the camera from the front of the house shooting like at his face and then past over his shoulder down at you, and it focuses in on you being like, "Hey, young man, you got a permit for that?" And then it auto focuses on his face, and he just kind of he gives like a grin, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know I needed a permit to carry."
Oh, I'm gonna have to take you in. We can't keep doing this. The neighborhood watch has their eye on you. They're expecting me to take care of business. I'm gonna need to take you in.
Well, that's gonna be hard because you see, I left the stove on inside, so I'm gonna need to turn that off. But I'll go with you. But I'm gonna need to go inside. Go inside.
Well, now, sir, I can't just let you walk away from the scene unless I'm sure you're clean. So why don't you put your hands up? I'll pat you down. See what happens next.
Whatever you say, officer. And he'll like kind of turn toward the door and like kick, like with his leg kind of kick the hose aside. And we get the feeling that the viewer gets the feeling that this is how it goes. This is the agent crook and her lover kind of
Our
vibe.
power play.
Yeah, exactly. the play back and forth.
I'll like pull into a parking spot on his street and get out, and again I'll like flap my jacket back so that my gun is exposed, and I'll walk over to him and I'll just this is the sexiest that we've gotten.
Go.
I'm imagining that he has like a button down
Thanks,
sweater
Jasper.
on.
I would play Careless Whisper, but copyright.
Don't worry, we'll all just do it with our mouths.
Okay, Abster Pointo redeemed a hydration check, and I'm sweating. So
Yeah, I need one. Woo-wee!
Yeah, I'm gonna go light a cigarette and mute my mic and sit back and.
I'm gonna need the drops that Kay has because.
We do. We need the extra. But no, go on, carry on.
But I think he's got like a button, like a flannel on or something if he's doing yard work, or like a button-up sweater or something. And I'll walk right up to him and I'll just like
flannel. He's got like a flannel on with a t-shirt. Yeah.
And I'll just like pull it open with my one hand and just slide my hand in and reach all the way around his back, like and I'll pretend like I'm like patting him down.
Yeah. And like he lets you for like a good like 35 seconds.
And then I'll just grab onto the flannel and pull him in the front door.
Yeah. And then we go into the front door, cut to the
Slam.
two bodies rolling over in the bed as the sheets are there. Just like that from the ceiling shot, like the heavy breathing.
Boy.
And just we see like Warren just like reaches over and like we hear like the alarm clock fall off the nightstand, and like he just grabs a cigarette and is like,
Wee.
then he passes it over to you. Cut to Teddy. For all of you thirsty watchers, you've been waiting for an entire season and a half for that, so...
Teacup says, I don't know how I feel watching this with my brother.
Lord Whiskers of Floofyburg, welcome to the chat.
Welcome, Lord Whiskers.
What a great name.
Oh, my lord, welcome to our fair chat.
Lord Whiskers, you just missed a hot and heavy loving scene. But stick around, there'll be more of that good shit.
Okay, now Teddy and his peaches guy.
Yeah.
I love that man.
Teddy, we cut to you.
Yeah.
But we see you in boots and a backpack.
Yeah, he's trekking. He's in the woods. He's whacking through the bush, just making his way.
Oh my God, Trevor! I was just about to make the most horrifying, obscene joke.
What? Go ahead. Well, now you have to.
I was there with you, Campbell.
Were you with me, Tyler? Okay.
Well, now you have to.
Well, now you have to.
Trevor, what did you just say that Teddy was doing?
Whacking through the bush.
He's not the only one.
Not often.
That's what she
said. Great. We have divulged into child humor.
Oh boy.
We're on the horny side of wholesome.
I know we're light on the wholesome, heavy on the horny.
Hey, I've never had a fade to black scene before. I feel really excited right now.
Congratulations.
Hashtag wholesome horny.
That is our vibe.
Teddy, talk us through it. You're going through this brush on this trail. You're following this map. And you just keep hearing in your head 4 9 8 9 2 9 8 2 5. You keep hearing.
Oh, what's going on? Why is it still in there? God. Yeah, I think he like throws his head over and hits the side of his head like he's trying to get water out.
Yeah.
Oh. Whenever I find that these coordinates better be worth all this hassle, I swear, Mr. Radio Demon.
You keep trekking and you keep going. Give me... What skills do you have that aid you as a park ranger, Teddy? What are the ones that you have?
I've got survival.
Give me a survival roll. That's actually perfect. Yeah, because you are surviving. You're on the Appalachian Trail right now.
DAT, doing a through hike.
Yeah, but you're in it, man. This is like a pros trail.
Just made it. It's a 68 under 70.
Wow. Okay, great. So you're going and you're like, you're following landmarkers like your uncle taught you on the map. You're going. And as you're going, you get to this area that on the map says is like a hill or like a patch of like elevated land. But it's literally an open circular clearing. It's a field.
Now, hold on. There's supposed to be a big old mountain here. As far as I know, mountains don't spring legs and we'll get up and walk away. At least I haven't seen them do yet.
Give me a search roll, Ted.
Surely. No, 76 over 60.
You see the clearing. And it doesn't make any sense. Oh, did you use Haster's inspiration?
I didn't. Here we go. No.
Good stuff, Haster.
Shit, no. Still no. That's worse.
Oh, shit.
That's 96.
Heck on it.
Shit. Thank you, no, Haster. I do appreciate the assist. Not this
Damn
time.
it! Well, F in the chat.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh, shit.
You look around and you see like a broken down kind of guard tower, like the remnants, like sticks and stuff of like a scaffolding kind of tower, and you see like tent material that's kind of like overgrown, right? It's been there for like 30 years. You see like canvas and like kind of metal that's been kind of like overgrown by nature.
Like it was like this was a camp once that is just was kind of just left here and left in disrepair.
Please hold the music as a little.
I'm about to be
It's got
attacked
me
by
on
something.
edge.
I know, it's a little intense.
Harry Jack!
I'm gonna move that number to the combat music.
Yeah. you get this vibe that, and you know a good amount of like military stuff because you've understood a lot of what your uncle taught you, and a lot of that is survival training that the military is taught, and it's
Recreated the inside of a U-boat in our bathtub.
yeah. Fucking clip that.
Damn it.
Just imagine it's the bathtub, but instead of like the nozzle that turns the water, it's like gun grips. It's like M60 like turret grips that he just turns.
It's the only way he could get young Teddy to take a bath. He'd be like, "Oh, the sides are splitting. We're going down," and you know, and then you just like throw him in the bathtub. Yeah.
A what now?
A what?
You get the sense that this was a replica military camp.
Like for reenactments and such?
Yes.
Or they
Precisely.
filmed a movie or something? Oh, shoot. It's like it was a military camp, but not a real military camp. That's why it's probably deserted, because our fine, brave soldiers would never leave this place in such a state of disrepair, especially Kaplan. But all right.
Yeah. Do you have any military science or military weapons?
Oh boy, I have a crossbow.
Crossbow
Damn it.
and a bird whistle, so he's pretty advanced.
No, I
Hashtag
don't-
Ghost says, this is where they filmed Hot Shots 2.
Hot Shots Part 2!
I remember this from Predator. I think this is from that first scene in Predator. No, I don't have any military science.
Sorry, I'm replying to T Tempest with a pun real quick. Oh, surely not
Oh,
the
please.
military.
It is the military, and don't call me Shirley. It is exactly that. You said exactly.
Speaking of, I can't think of the actor's name. The guy from Hot Shots and Naked Gun. God, he's so funny. You.
Sound off in the chat.
The guy.
You know that guy.
What do you want to do, Teddy?
Well, let's see. All right, so this is where I was directed to. These are the coordinates I was directed to. Maybe if I search among the wreckage, can I find another radio? Maybe.
Sure. Give me another search roll.
Gladly. Shit. No, it's 72 over 60. It's not
Do
me
you want to
tonight.
push it?
Back on it.
It's not me.
Do you want to push it?
Ah! Push it!
First push of the campaign.
Ooh, push it.
Oh God, Teddy.
Oh!
Oh no, Trevor got what I have. Oh no. Oh God, it's happening.
No,
Live on
It
stream.
left. That one worked. That one, 53 under 60. Thank you. I pushed it. But push it real good.
Teddy, you're looking and you're like sifting through stuff, and you flip over this tarp and you find the remnants of like a radio camp, like a radio setup camp. As you flip over this tarp, the clang of this like kind of tent metal like clatters, and as your eye turns to look at the tent metal, you see that the tent metal landed like a quarter of an inch away from a dud mine, like a landmine.
Oh my god.
Whiskers. Okay.
So as you were like, well, I'm gonna go looking, and you like started looking, you're like, God damn it, there's nothing here, and you got careless and like you threw that, and then you looked and you see this dud mine. Give me one more search roll.
Come on, baby.
I'm in danger. You in danger, girl. Okay, 56 under 60.
Great. As you look toward that mine, you see off in the direction that's leading up to like the mountain range from where this clearing is, you can see that there is an entire minefield on that side of the thing.
What the hell?
What blows your mind get it? What blows your mind is that this is along a natural trail and none of that is mapped out.
Now I know for a fact Teddy Roosevelt did not put no landmines in our great national parks. What the hell? Well, some poor buck just looking for a fuck in the spring gonna come by, blow his legs off. What are we gonna do?
As you say that, you see a deer in the clearing.
No, don't do it!
And it looks up at you like,
Yeah, get out of here! Yeah!
it just goes back to eating.
Yeah, all right, fine. Oh, shit. All right.
So you find this radio tent.
Okay. So I go over to it and I start playing with knobs and stuff. See if the power is on. But even if it's not connected to power, still I'll just keep playing with knobs and stuff and be like, okay, Diana, can you hear me? I made it. I almost got done blown sky high, but I done made it. So, maybe that was it. Did you mean for me to get blown up and then I could come join you in heaven and we could share secrets and you could tell us the secret? Should I blow myself up, Diana? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh.
Roll a sanity check.
Trevor.
Don't actually roll a sanity check.
Oh my god.
My god.
I gotta say, I do want to see you again, Diana, but I can't say I much approve of your methods so far. But speak to
Sarah
me.
says Trevor William Fayle.
Full name.
Listen, I'll try anything once.
You only get one shot at that.
All right, what am I rolling? Sanity?
No, you're not actually rolling sanity.
Oh,
I just was like, you're having this like psychological break. I'm like,
good.
Teddy, as you turn the dials, as you begin turning them back and forth and like trying to figure out what's what, and you hear from the radio. You could swear that you hear something from the radio, but you'd have to like really lean in and listen if you really want to try to get it.
Well, now I don't want to because you told me to. I'll like get up lean in real close, put my ear up against the speaker like I used to do when I was a kid to feel the vibrations.
Yeah. Alpha. 2, 8, 9.
Whiskey 2H7 Bravo. Then it goes back to static.
Fuck, I think. Oh, I'm ready this time. And he pulls out like a Sharpie and pulls the cap off with his teeth and just starts writing down his forearm. A289W287B. Shit.
Chat is fucking awesome. They have been tracking all of this shit the whole time.
What a bunch of champions. All right. So, is this a new is this a new set of coordinates? The letters inside make me think it's something different. But is this? Do I get the sense that it's another set, like a new destination I'm meant to be finding, or does this feel like something else?
It feels like something else.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're going. This feels like code in a way. It feels like it's. It feels like it's jumbled, and it feels like maybe another set of eyes will help.
Another set of eyes, huh? Ah, shit, I don't know. All these letters and numbers, it's making my head all fuzzy like there's a squirrel on cocaine doing a Peloton up there. It's too much for me. The hard part was inventing the Peloton.
Peloton!
Clip that.
No, okay.
Garrett Greenland says, well, if only there was someone who was ex-military.
Man, I know who could get his head around this. I gotta find me a Kaplan.
As you say, gotta find me a Kaplan. The radio begins to.
What now? Diana, are you there?
Yosemite. Yosemite.
Yosemite, I was just there. I just helped out a little.
And then it cuts out.
I was just there. Why couldn't you have spoke to me through the radio when I was just there?
Well, let's be clear. This is 2 days after the end of season 1. So this is right before Fulminate.
Oh, so it hasn't happened yet.
Pre-Fulminate.
Pre-Fulminate.
Oh.
Take back everything I said. Excuse me. I fell into a small hallucination there for a moment. Hey.
It's been 30 minutes since I've had any food or water, and the sun is really hot.
It's been 2 days since I ate. Not so spry chicken I used to be. Okay. Yosemite, like the national park. Parks. I'm a park ranger. That's it, Teddy. Go to Yosemite. You're a genius!
And as we cut back to David, you see him coming back inside, sitting down on the couch, his hand now bandaged. He turns on the television, and the phone begins to ring. And we hear him say, "Honey, can you get that?"
Wow.
And he hears the shower.
Wow.
And he goes and he picks it up. And he hears on the other line, "David, it's Portman. I got an assignment with a quick turnaround." Blackout. And that is the end of episode 2.
Ow, shit!
Oh, the way you brought it Full circle. That was so
Yeah, we-
good.
Cool, Ned. Cool, Ned.
Cool man.
So
Cool
we
man.
have
Here we go.
we
Yeah.
have Teddy and David turning and heading toward Yosemite National Park, and we will pick up with what happens next week on the next episode of Goon
Oh.
Files Season 2.
Oh man,
If
that
you
was so good.
haven't joined the Patreon yet, go join the Patreon so that you can listen to episode 1.5, or
That's
you can
true.
listen to season 1.5, which is a 3-hour episode that we did at PAX Unplugged this past year called Operation Fulminate. And that will pick up right where this episode lets off. So we are practically giving you an extra secret episode for you to listen to.
I cannot say enough. I have listened to Operation Fulminate an embarrassing number of times. It's really great to listen to for a couple of reasons. One of them being that they recorded it live at PAX, and there is this low hum of like con sound in the background that I find extremely comforting. Also, if you go and listen to Fulminate, you will get to meet Kay's character that otherwise you would only meet in episode 4, and you get to listen to Kay roll up and create this character, and it's a real joy.
Big Jasper. What? Yep.
Yes, yes.
She's the coolest.
So if you haven't, if you're a new listener, you're a new follower, please consider doing that. Consider joining us. If you haven't done it yet, we would love a subscription. All of everything that you do for us helps us to make it bigger, to add more games for us to stream, to add more channels, to add more things that we can do. We love you all so very much, and we love your contributions.
First timers in the chat tonight. Thank you so
We
much. If
did.
y'all
Yeah,
are around,
thanks,
thank you for being here.
Yes,
Thank you
and
for joining us. We're so excited to
please
have you on
join
the
us.
adventure.
Yeah, and I will say, Trevi, you and I back here tomorrow night for some boys in Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Boys! I love
As we,
playing Baldur's Gate with Ned. It's my favorite. I look forward to it all week.
As we dive into some more, Baldur's Gate in the past adventures of Drogar and his friend Dirge, and we find out how they saved Faerun in the earlier years of Drogar's life.
Get in, loser.
Yeah.
We're stopping the absolute.
Yes, exactly. Full circle. And that was a callback to Madness and Mercy. If you haven't watched that and haven't checked that out with Kay in the DM's chair, in the Keeper of Arcane Lore's chair, what a great miniseries that we ran with that, where we all play some 1940s, some
1920s.
1920s. How dare I? How dare I?
Meet David Kaplan's grandpa.
Yes.
It's an important link in the Kaplan verse. It's true.
universe.
Yeah.
Web Thespian says, "Grab your potato salad." That is exactly right.
Uh-huh.
German potato
Absolutely.
salad, add a little extra mustard.
Absolutely.
Good
Well,
stuff. Good stuff.
from all of us here at the Goons, we thank you so much for checking us out, and thank you so much for coming out to hang out with us and check out episode 2. And congratulations to our winner, Travis. Congratulations. We'll ship that out to you as soon as we get the information all set up and everything. And thank you to our newest Patreon member. I just saw that. We just got another Patreon member.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Oh,
welcome.
thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Until next time, take your sanity rolls with advantage.
Woo-wee.